that we've just met, usually I would first want to tell you something endearing, such as how much I love pho noodles. But instead, I'm going to start my talk about, well, what comes out after eating noodles. That's right. I'm going to talk about poop. Poop, 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 poop. Honestly, what kind of guy would do such a thing? Something smells not right. Seriously, don't I realize that I'll forever become known in your beautiful country as the poop guy? But never mind. It's okay. Poop is important. Go ahead. Please call me the Japanese poop guy. At least you'll remember me? Okay, seriously. Poop Loop, this is the English title of an exhibition I curated in Tokyo last year with cultural anthropologist Shinichi Takemura. He always inspires me and broadens my perspectives. Poop means waste, and loop means circulation or cycle. In Japanese, the title spoke of garbage and poop, but in English, poop loop just seems more iconic. It's literally rolls of the tongue. It's visually fun too, all of those O's in a row. The exhibition was, in fact, about circulation, cycles, recycling, and resources. Talking about the environment can get so heavy. It is a serious topic. But as an exhibition, I wanted a show that kids would want to come to and learn from, that was fun and engaging, something people would enjoy and remember. I reached out to friends, my friend Shinichi Takemura and Tomohiro Okazaki, and art director who incidentally just became a member of AGI 2 years ago. Congratulations. Different creative friends who I thought could add some fresh poop to our discussion. Here's a video of works from the exhibition. These were by Tomohiro Okazaki and Kitasenju Design and Zach Lieberman, who is also a member of AGI. Since this is AGI, I'm focusing on the visual aspects of the exhibition. You might be wondering, why do such an exhibition? The first reason is that I personally design a lot of mass-produced everyday goods. One example is latex xylitol gum, which is sold here in Vietnam. That's one of my designs. Like all mass-produced items, my designs consume a lot of resources to make, a lot of energy too. They also contribute to mass waste. Our food leaves us as waste. Poop, poop. We flush it away, out of sight, out of mind. We throw trash into the bins and the garbage trucks take it away. Either way, we tend to lose sight of it. We want to lose sight of it. In fact, we kind of make a point of not thinking about it. It's dirty. It smells. That's how most of us feel, right? Everything in the poop loop is considered unpleasant, unwanted. Toilets and trash bins become forgetting devices. Once we put something in, we no longer have to think about it. Through this exhibition, I wanted to bring these things to the front of our awareness. So what was life like before mass production? Let me take you back 200 years to medieval Japan and the Edo period. Edo, now called Tokyo, was a massive city of over 1 million people, and they produced masses of human waste. How did they solve this problem? In fact, there were markets for night soils, human poop, because it was rich in nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. In their poop loop, human waste could be traded for vegetables to grow new vegetables. Poop was a valuable commodity. You see, eating and excreting were both made complementary parts of a productive cycle. A positive poop loop, this is something that most of us today have forgotten. The global population was about 3 billion when I was born. Today, there are more than 8 billion people. It's grown 2.7 times in my short lifetime. The ways I learned as a child in a 3 billion person world need to be updated. Today, easily 2.7 times the amount of food will be created and consumed and enter the poop loop. It's not just a human problem. Today, there are now 1.5 to 1.6 billion cows in the world, not to mention pigs and chickens. Think about the poop loops that they create. We need to update everything for an 8 or even 10 billion person world. And every part of all we do is deeply connected to design. Did you know that beetles who lowered huge poop balls 5 to 20 times their body weight were once considered gods? The ancient Egyptians worshipped the sun, which would set in the evening but rise again the next morning. They believed in rebirth, regeneration after death. They saw these scrub beetles busily lowering huge balls of poop and burying them. And then eggs would hatch from inside the poop. So that out from where they had buried their poop balls, the Egyptians saw new life emerge. They saw that this poop loop was like the sun moving through the sky, all part of a miraculous circulation of life. How amazing it must have been to be an Egyptian, watching these little poop rollers and imagining the world as a huge holy poop loop of reincarnation. Makes ancient history feel a little more tangible, a little closer to us, doesn't it? Or another example, Charles Darwin studied earthworm casts, which were earthworm poop for the last half of his life. He was fascinated at the role they play in decomposing waste into the productive soil which covers our planet. I'm sure that most of us would agree that worms are wiggly, slimy, and all in all generally, right? But when you think that without them, there would be no trees or flowers, you can't help but feel a sense of gratitude too. The videos you are seeing now are abstract representations circulation. They echo the cycles and systems of life of Earth. These videos were shown in a room that looked like this. This room by Tomohiro Okazaki was inspired by curiosity cabinets. Rooms filled with scientific artifacts from around the world, which were popular during the late Renaissance, the start of the scientific revolution. We designed the space to look a bit antique, like a curiosity cabinet, packed with strange and hidden facts to discover from strange places from around the world. There were models of different animal poop shapes, a display explaining medieval Japan's night soil markets, poop chemistry and biology. The relationship between bacteria and nutrient circulation, archaic toilet designs, and much, much more. The exhibit you see on the left is by artist Yoshida Katsunobu. His creative process is a poop loop using mushrooms. He grows mushrooms, extracts his pigments from mushrooms, makes prints from mushrooms, eats mushrooms, and then uses his mushroom poop to grow more mushrooms. Very, very interesting. Here is a view of what the largest room in the exhibition looked like. And here's the entire space. As you can see, our team had designers, artists, architects, and contributors from many fields. This deer in the foreground is by Koro Ihara. His process is interesting. He hardens poop with lacquer and uses that to build life-sized forms of animals, deers, dogs, etc. You are what you pooped. The exhibition venue was 2121 Design Site, a collaborative design museum initiated by the brilliant late Issei Miyake. Together with design journalist Noriko Kawakami and product designer Naoto Fukasawa, we had planned and produced all the exhibitions. Now I serve as an overall director. The building was designed by Tadao Ando. Here is a full view. The roof is an enormous singular iron slab shaped as if a single sheet of paper had been folded. Like Issei Miyake's singular garment making process, a piece of cloth. The name 2121 Design Site comes from the idea that if 2020 is a perfect vision, then we need to use the lens of design to raise our sights. This plate acts as a metaphor for design. Hold it up to the city, and it prompts you to see the city from a design perspective. Place it on the ground, and it prompts you to see the ground through the design lens. Depending on where and how to place it, you can discover endless design themes. The theme of my first exhibition at 2121 Design Site in 2007 was water. In it was explored the role of water in design and rainwater harvesting in urban planning. This exhibition logo mark depicts my silhouette holding an inverted umbrella. Inverting the umbrella completely changes its meaning. The umbrella no longer is a way to avoid rain as an inconvenience, but now it functions instead as a tool for actively collecting rainwater, or seeing it as the precious resource it is. This is the venue for another exhibition Shinichi Takemura and Aiko curated around rice. What does rice mean to the Japanese? It's more than just a food staple. It carries so much deeper cultural significance in many ways. The exhibition was created to encourage visitors to explore and reflect on rice's role in our culture and lives once again. Some of you may already be familiar with this, but this was an exhibition themed around Minge, a Japanese word for folk arts and crafts. It re-examines the meaning of anonymous objects rooted in everyday life. At 2121, we believe that examining and understanding contemporary product design through common everyday design is essential. Here is an insect-themed exhibition, subtitled as a design model. After all, the natural world is the origin of design inspiration. Participants came from many fields, not just entomologists, but also product designers, architects, and researchers in animal biomimetics too. Here is a graphic design exhibition organized by Kiyonori Muroga, who was an editor-in-chief of the design magazine IDEA. For this exhibition, Ken Yahara and many other AGI members also participated. This is an exhibition about ramen bowls. Japanese ramen is popular around the world, so creators from many countries participated and proposed designs for ramen bowls. It tours to Los Angeles and Sao Paulo, Brazil, before being held at 2121. In this way, 2121 design site continues to hold exhibitions on a wide and unpredictable variety of themes. If you ever visit Tokyo, please make sure to stop by. All right then. I'd like to close with a video of a three-dimensional work I exhibited at the Poop Loop exhibition. It was created in collaboration with hourglass specialists, glass artisans, woodworkers, and metal craftsmen. The sand inside the hourglass is made from silica, a glassy material left over after burning industrial waste, finely crushed into sand-like particles. On hourglass will stop unless we humans act to turn it. Despite my joking, I do honestly feel that we are at a critical stage. I believe that our beloved Earth also needs our help. To use wise design in every part of our lives, to create healthy societies with healthy circulation, nothing hidden. Everything considered. to integrate all of our poop into positive loops. Please enjoy.